Hello and welcome back, my name's Ash, this is The Outside Line, and today we're back in Gran Turismo trying to bring down the average pace gap between myself and some of the best players in the game. And last time out we actually managed to do that by about 0.2 of a second and pick up some race wins as well. So yes please, and more of that, thank you. Today we are at Goodwood in a one-make race where everyone is driving Renault Clios. So I'm expecting some touring car style rubbing and bashing. Not expecting a clean race out of this one. As you can see, not set a time and the clock is ticking down to the race. Basically I've jumped in a room, not done Goodwood before, and I'm once again doing that thing that I keep saying I shouldn't, which is jumping into something last second without any real practice. So here we go, this is the second of my 2 sole qualifying laps. Opening corner can catch people out, you can carry too much speed into it and run wide, but you also want to try and get on the throttle as early as you can because it opens out. There's a couple of long straights on this and you want to have a good exit speed from those corners, because if you are down on speed on the straights you are disadvantaged until your next braking zone. This right-left combination, called St Mary's, also a potential danger point. Basically, you can carry a lot of speed through there, get a little bit sideways, get across the curbs, and you can take them quite quickly. However, it's a balancing act, and if you carry too much speed, you will just end up flying through the fields of England. Plus, lots of overtaking moves could go down there. Now, this is the Lavant Straight. Lavant Straight? Lavant Straight. This is a straight, and we're coming up to the final section of the lap. Starts with Woodcut, which is an ever-tightening corner, but there's no real track limit on the outside of this, so I feel like you can run quite wide, as I do. Some people take it wider than that. And then we come into the paddock turn, or also known as more ominously, the chicane. Don't hit the chicane. Again, take a little bit of the runoff and carry the speed through. And we set a 131.3, which in the grand scheme of things probably isn't very good. But considering it's my second lap and I'd not driven Goodwood before, and it's good enough for pole, might be a good sign that actually, with some application and practice, I might level up from being a D-rated driver. However, I do still have to deliver in the race, and because I didn't have traction control set there for the start, get a bit of wheel spin, and immediately we're on the back foot, German up the inside. I decide I'm going to try and carry the speed round the outside, which is foolish. Cold tyres, and on the outside I'm naturally going to have to slow down. I run wide, then get bumped off by another couple of dueling Clios, and then I'm on the back foot further, because obviously I've lost speed down this straight. So we then drop to 5th. Not an ideal start, but we took into the slipstream. Still a long race to go, we're not that far away, we can recover. Into St Mary's, hug the inside, good. Same for this left-hander. Same for this left... Right. So yes, not quite sliding through the fields of England, but we are down to 7th. 8th. We're down to 8th. Dear me. See, this is what happens when I don't put the practice in. So, once again, we're going to be doing something that I think I do pretty much once a video. It's time for another recovery drive. Settle in, let's see what we can do. So, we're in the slipstream of the 7th place Frenchman. We're going to have a couple of drivers right behind us. Let's just see if we can hold it together. So, into Woodcut we go. Closing quite well. Got some pace on this guy. I mean, we did set the pole time, so really we should be reeling these people in. Cautious through the chicane. Then, is that McMacker? Yes, McMacker gets a little bit weird. He gets a little bit out of shape. He might just be weird generally, we don't know. Into turn 1, gained 1 place back, not so bad. Frenchman almost loses it, carrying too much speed in, but unfortunately recovers right in front of us and we can't slip up the inside. And in the end, transfer all our energy to him. As a result, we're now on the back foot against the Dutch driver behind us. We go defensive. Now, St Mary's again. take the brakes in, and it's a lovely move up the inside, if I do say so myself. Come to the left-hander, and the Dutchman punts us off. And we skip merrily through the grass. Feel like that wasn't really a legit move from him. Don't think I'd closed the door on him. He was still behind me. I don't think he was expecting me to brake, which, you know, based on what happened in lap 1, needed to a bit. So yeah, that one not so much my fault, but here we go again. Recovery drive, part 2. Still in the same race. On the back of McMacker. Not a lot of space. Maybe have a look up the inside at Woodcote. We do, but that door is always going to close, so we kind of leave him out. Like I say, no track limit there. He just makes his own track up. Through the final chicane, not too bad. Got a better run out of it, definitely, and we can tuck into the slipstream through the first corner. Don't feel confident enough yet to maybe look for a move, so we just kind of wait. Always chance if we can take the corner better and get through the slipstream. He makes it easy though. Again, carrying too much speed. Nice, easy place to pick up, and we're back up to 8th. Tell you what, I'm not driven well. I mean, it doesn't take a genius. Top analysis there. Top analysis. I was first, I'm now 8th. What's he take? Not driven well. Yep, I'll go with that. Even though I've not driven well, this is what I was going to say. The start of that straight. Enjoying the race though. There's action every lap. Lots of bumping and rubbing, as I thought. Not rubbing, sorry. Anyway, it's a good race, even if I'm having a bad one. We're on the back of 6th and 7th now. Maybe a 6th place finish, possibly on the cards still. This is something. It's better than nothing. And got through St Mary's without shenanigans, which, big plus there, big tick. Into Woodcote again. Change down a bit early there, but we're okay. All taking a healthy little bit of the outside there, through the chicane, and once again, got a good run out of there. So what do we do now? Do we go aggressive? Need to pick some places up. I'm still not feeling it round this first corner. And people seem to be making mistakes anyway. I can pick up hopefully on other people. If I get a good run, good exit speed. Both the drivers ahead get out of shape. Dutch driver taps the back of the French. Gives him a bit of a push. We're into 7th, and now it's a copy of the situation from 2 laps before. French driver ahead, Dutch behind. Am I going to look for the same move coming into St Mary's? We do, but the Frenchman makes it easy, runs wide. Tucking tight on the left-hander. Nice. And coming to the end of lap 4, we have pulled away a little bit from those 2 dueling Europeans. Set a fastest lap that is actually 2 tenths faster than my qualifying. Again, proof, if proof be need be, that I have not practiced much. Speaking of which, the thing that I have been chastising other people for, I do again. For the second time this race, too much speed into Madgwick, run wide. And we were looking at a potential 3rd place there. That would have been a recovery drive to kind of be proud of, ignoring where I started. But now we're on the defensive, coming to St Mary's. Fortunately, the Frenchman just decides, run straight into the back of him. Why go around when you can go through? And it means we survive that potential attack. Then we finish 6th. Pretty damn awful, to be fair, as a racing performance. Did well to get the fastest lap, obviously quick enough for pole, obviously got the pace to be winning this race in the DS rated rooms. But silly mistakes there cost me. Off the road 3 times under my own steam. So, in prep for the next one, we get into the 1 minute 30s, 30.7. That is good enough for a 2nd consecutive pole position. Pretty good. Let's not make the same mistakes. This time, traction control is on, and we get away properly. Don't change down until we get up into second gear, just to make sure we avoid all that wheel spin. And already the German is tucked in behind us, different German, but a German nonetheless. And we can take Madgwick normally. Good. A pressure point has been relieved. The next one is St Mary, so just focus on taking the corner well. We're not under pressure. Someone may dive up the inside of us or into the back of us. Nothing we can do about that. I just need to take this corner well. Hug the inside. Hug the in... Right, yeah. So we're last now. Before coming to the end of the first sector, we've gone from first to last. And again, entirely my fault. I think I was saying something about I'm good enough to be better than D-rated. Yeah, let's rethink that a bit. We get ahead of ourselves. Anyway, we pick up 11th easily enough from someone else having a little boo-boo. Then I decided to try my own wide line through Woodcut while looking around the outside of the Spaniard, through the chicane, and we are 11th. What a horrific first lap. Okay, still plenty of cars ahead. We can pick up some places. And guess who runs wide at the first corner? 3 cars. We dodge one. This guy's going to rejoin. And we're past him. So, up to 8th. I mean, so far it seems like the hardest thing for anyone is just staying on the damn track. And I can do that. I haven't been, but I can. And if I do that, I'd be much higher than where I am now. So let's just eliminate the mistakes. Drop another fastest lap in at the end of lap 2. Slowly getting on the back of this group of cars up ahead. It's funny to think I had a theory that my skill in Gran Turismo Sport was driving the slower cars quickly. Yeah, let's keep my theories to myself from now on. Probably should keep my driving skills to myself, but I keep putting them online. I won't stop. Something definitely wrong with me. Anyway, we have caught up to this group of cars really quickly, and mainly because they're all jostling for position and I'm out on my own. So any second now, probably after Levant, we are going to be right on the back of them. And we're going to gain up to the Levant straight and follow them through the chicane, which I'm sure will be totally fine. Nice little legit move up ahead. Definite bumping. I'm too busy watching them bump each other. I nearly forget to turn the corner. Dom Juan, a typical German name there, picks up a 1-second penalty for his part in it. And now we are right in the thick of it. So we're up the inside of 1. We get bumped up the back. He's going to try and come back through the chicane and somehow suck a teabag, which, I mean, 10 out of 10 for that name, well done, has managed to barge his way through, mainly at the expense of the other driver. Was it Dom Juan he took out? It was Dom Juan. Pour one out for Dom Juan. Right, so we're in the slipstream, coming up to St Mary's. Just keep my head. Know when to stick my nose in, know when to sit back and watch. We break in, decent line through. Don't fancy going up the inside. Sucker teabag does. And we both get a little bit sideways, but both manage to hold it. Get a little thump up the back from an Italian out of nowhere. Clearly the amount of speed that we've lost causes problems. And from that overspeed, I'm off on the grass. This has been a room full of top class names, but the Italian that is simply called Driver. Have a word, mate. Right, skip forward. We are on the Levant straight for the final time. And we've managed to catch up with this group again, after being given a bit of an unfair punt. But it's going to be too little too late, by the looks of it, unless someone does something foolish into the chicane. I don't think we're going to grab anything else. Both run a bit wide, me and the Portuguese driver. Close up to them through the chicane, but unfortunately, no more places gained. Whew. Another disappointing one, it has to be said. Not even a fastest lap to show for it. That was just terrible all the way through. And looking at my lap times afterwards, I was the third fastest guy in the race. Only 4/10 off the fastest, so underperforming. Anyway, we drop the qualifying time again by 2/10 and get a third consecutive pole position. The third time is the charm. At this point, I was very irritated by myself. This was going to be it, all or nothing. So, decent start again. However, second place has got a better run than us. So we initially leave the space. When we realise we are in front, we shut the door and head round Madwick in the lead. Otto von Opzouten chasing us down. The British Otto von Opzouten. We are really just, shirking stereotypes of names, aren't we, today? Breaking new ground, fellas. Right, into St Mary's. And wide again. Just hold it, and then kind of come back onto the track as I find the grip and swerve across and hit Otto. Accidental, gotta hold my hands up, I was just trying not to bin it. He took it personally though. He goes out to murder me and essentially misses, and that's by Otto. No more Otto there. Rejoins in 5th place. I am sorry I came back on and rammed you, Otto. That is my bad. But it was happening all over the place. It was unintentional. You've kind of just done yourself dirty there, mate. Really. So, road rage does no one any good. Can't we all just get along? You know? Anyway, we're in the lead. Head of 2 Swiss drivers now. Attack that final chicane quite nicely, and we come across the line. We have led a whole lap at Goodwood. Did you ever think you'd see the day? I'd only been doing this for about an hour or so. I didn't think I'd see the day. But we're here. We did it. Now we've got to stay here. So, coming to the end of lap 3, we've set a fastest lap, tag the chicane on the exit, scrub off a load of speed, but the gap is increasing to the Swiss driver behind us. That lap's still good enough for a fastest lap, but the Swiss driver is coming after us, and maybe if I'd not, hit the chicane, he wouldn't have outdone us. But there, a little bit flustered maybe, cut the corner, and of course, we are given a ½ second penalty, which means we will serve that at the start of the final lap. So, Swiss driver on a charge, we have a penalty to serve. Have to nail this lap. Into St Mary's we go, getting a little bit sideways. Attack the left-hander. It's not perfect, but at the same time it's still on the tarmac, so I will take it. Got to have a good lap here. We do not want him in striking distance once we serve the penalty, because if he tries to make a lunge into St Mary's on the final lap, I can just see it going badly. We've led without issue so far. Silly bit of car positioning. So we come to the end of lap 4, start the final lap. The penalty line is approaching. We've managed to set a fastest lap of 1:30.4. Again, quicker than my actual qualifying time. Gap is up to 3.5 seconds. Into the penalty line, penalty served, and that gap will come down, but we are far enough away. Did it, boys. We've done it. After all those silly little mistakes, I've got them out of my game, and we are going to win at Goodwood. Look at me. Just attacking St Mary's one final time. No, okay, no, we're back on the track, it's fine. Oh, I hate myself, 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 I hate myself. What the f*** is wrong with you? It's a Renault Clio. It's a Renault Clio. It's just a Renault Clio. Can you not drive a Renault Clio? So yeah, as I said at the start, carry too much speed into St Mary's and it will do you dirty. And I got done dirty. Try to catch up and create something in the final few corners, but I've just done myself out of a win at Goodwood. And at that point, tantrums were had. Little mini tantrums were had. It's another fastest lap. 3 pole positions and 2 fastest laps. The fact that I've not been able to convert any of them into a win is disgusting. Genuinely awful. So, the pace is there, clearly, if I put the work in. Quick enough, especially for the DS rooms, should be looking up to rank up pretty soon. But it would be a lot easier if I just, have the consistency in the race. Last time it was racing against others. This time it's about racing against myself. I'm apparently a harder opponent. Who'd have thought? Anyway, the most important thing now is the pace gap. So, time was 3.4 seconds away from the best. So the one positive we can take from this is, you know your maths, you know that's going to bring the average down. Only by a little though. 600ths of a second. Now I'm all for chipping away, but I would like to chip away a touch quicker. Hopefully we can do that next time. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please do like, subscribe, share, comment. Comments, keep it light. Maybe anything not related to how bad I am, although it's to be expected. And hopefully I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.